The sun was setting over the small village, casting a warm orange glow over the thatched roofs and the gentle streets. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming cherry blossoms and the soft chirping of crickets. In a small cottage, nestled between two large trees, lived a young girl named Lily. She was known as the Glass Girl, not because she was made of glass, but because she had a heart as delicate and transparent as the finest glass. Lily lived with her grandmother, a kind and wise woman named Akira. Akira was a skilled healer, and people from all around the village would come to her for advice and treatment. She was especially famous for her gentle touch and her ability to listen. Akira's hair was long and silver, and it shone like the moon in the fading light. She moved with a quiet elegance, her feet making barely a sound on the wooden floor. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Lily and Akira sat together on the porch, watching the stars begin to twinkle in the night sky. The air was cool and peaceful, filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the sound of crickets. Lily was a quiet girl, with eyes as blue as the sky on a summer day. She loved to listen to her grandmother's stories and to feel the gentle breeze on her skin. "Lily, would you like to hear a story?" Akira asked, her voice as soft as a whisper. Lily nodded, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Akira smiled and began to speak, her words flowing like a gentle stream. "Tonight, I will tell you the story of the moon and the river. It is a story of peace and tranquility, of the beauty of the world and the magic that lies within it." Lily leaned forward, her ears perked up and her heart full of wonder. She loved her grandmother's stories, and she knew that this one would be special. As Akira began to speak, the world around them grew quieter, the stars shone brighter, and the night air filled with an expectant hush. The crickets stopped chirping, and the wind stilled, as if the very world was listening to Akira's words. The moon was rising high in the sky, casting a silver glow over the village. The trees swayed gently in the breeze, their leaves rustling softly. Lily felt her eyelids growing heavy, her breathing slowing down. She was comfortable and safe, surrounded by the peace and tranquility of the night. And as Akira's voice continued to weave its magic, Lily felt herself becoming a part of the story, a part of the peaceful world that her grandmother was creating. As the story began to unfold, Lily's thoughts turned to the river that flowed through the village. She loved to sit on its banks, watching the water flow gently by. The river was like a mirror, reflecting the beauty of the world above. And as she thought of the river, Lily felt her heart fill with a sense of wonder and peace. She knew that she was exactly where she belonged, surrounded by the people and the things she loved. The night air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers, and the sound of crickets had started again, their gentle chirping a lullaby to Lily's ears. She felt her eyes growing heavier, her body relaxing into the peace of the night. And as she listened to her grandmother's story, Lily knew that she would soon be asleep, surrounded by the beauty and tranquility of the world. The river whispered secrets to the village, its gentle voice a constant companion to the people who lived there. Akira's story wove in and out of the river's song, creating a sense of harmony and peace. As Lily listened, she felt her heart fill with a sense of longing, a desire to be closer to the river and its magic. She stood up, her movements quiet and slow, and walked to the edge of the porch. The wooden floor creaked softly beneath her feet, and Akira smiled, her eyes shining with understanding. "Would you like to go to the river, Lily?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Lily nodded, her eyes sparkling with excitement, and Akira stood up, her silver hair shining in the moonlight. Together, they walked through the village, the night air filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the sound of crickets. The stars shone above, casting a silver glow over the world. The village was quiet, the houses dark and still, but Lily felt a sense of peace and tranquility. She knew that she was safe, surrounded by the people and the things she loved. As they walked, the sound of the river grew louder, its gentle voice a constant companion to their footsteps. They reached the river's edge, and Lily felt a sense of wonder and peace. The water was calm and still, reflecting the beauty of the world above. Akira sat down on the bank, her movements slow and gentle, and Lily sat beside her, feeling the soft grass beneath her. The night air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers, and the sound of crickets provided a gentle background hum. Akira took Lily's hand, her touch warm and comforting, and began to speak. "The river is a symbol of life, Lily," she said, her voice soft and gentle. "It flows and changes, always moving, always changing. But it is also constant, always present, always a part of our lives." Lily listened, her heart filled with a sense of wonder and peace. She felt the river's magic, its gentle voice a constant companion to her thoughts. As they sat there, a fish jumped out of the water, its scales shimmering in the moonlight. Lily gasped, her eyes sparkling with excitement, and Akira smiled, her eyes shining with delight. The world was quiet, the only sound the gentle lapping of the water against the shore. Lily felt her eyelids growing heavy, her breathing slowing down. She was comfortable and safe, surrounded by the peace and tranquility of the night. Akira's voice continued to speak, her words weaving a spell of peace and calm. The river whispered secrets to the village, its gentle voice a constant companion to the people who lived there. And as Lily listened, she felt herself becoming a part of the story, a part of the peaceful world that her grandmother was creating. The night air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers, and the sound of crickets provided a gentle lullaby to Lily's ears. She felt her body relaxing, her mind growing calm, and her heart filling with a sense of peace and tranquility. As they sat there, the stars shone brighter, casting a silver glow over the world. The moon was high in the sky, its gentle light illuminating the village and the river. Lily felt a sense of wonder and peace, her heart filled with a sense of magic and enchantment. She knew that she was exactly where she belonged, surrounded by the people and the things she loved. And as she listened to her grandmother's story, Lily knew that she would soon be asleep, surrounded by the beauty and tranquility of the world. The river whispered its final secrets, its gentle voice a constant companion to Lily's thoughts. And as she drifted off to sleep, Lily felt her heart fill with a sense of peace and tranquility, her body relaxing into the stillness of the night. The world around Lily grew quieter, the sound of crickets fading into the distance. The river's gentle voice was now a soft whisper, a gentle lullaby that filled her heart with peace. Akira's hand was still wrapped around hers, warm and comforting, and Lily felt a sense of security and love. The stars shone brightly above, casting a silver glow over the village and the river. The moon was full, its gentle light illuminating the world with a soft, ethereal radiance. As Lily's eyes grew heavier, she felt herself becoming one with the night, her spirit merging with the peacefulness of the world. Akira's voice was now a soft murmur, a gentle hum that filled the air. She was speaking of the village, of the people who lived there, and of the stories that had been passed down through generations. Lily listened, her heart filled with a sense of wonder and peace. She felt the stories becoming a part of her own history and heritage. The world was slow and quiet, the only sound the gentle rustling of the wind through the trees. The river was still, its surface reflecting the beauty of the sky above. As the night wore on, the world grew quieter. The crickets stopped singing, and the wind died down. The stars shone brightly, but their light was now a soft glow, a gentle whisper in the darkness. Akira's voice was now a whisper, a soft breath that filled the air. She was speaking of love and peace, of the beauty of the world and the importance of living in harmony with nature. Lily's heart was filled with a sense of peace and tranquility, her spirit at one with the world. She felt her body relaxing, her mind growing calm, and her heart filling with a sense of wonder and magic. The night air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers, and the world was bathed in a soft, silver light. The river was still, its surface reflecting the beauty of the sky above. Akira's hand was still wrapped around Lily's, warm and comforting, and Lily felt a sense of security and love. The world was quiet, the only sound the gentle rustling of the wind through the trees. As the night wore on, the silence grew deeper, the stillness more profound. The stars shone brightly, but their light was now a soft whisper, a gentle lullaby that